Hello everyone, Carson here, and in this video, I'm gonna be solving Wordle number 1335 and New York Times Hard Sudoku for February 13th, 2025. So let's get this video started with Wordle number 1335. I'm gonna start with the word salty. Okay, only got the A yellow, so this letter goes somewhere else in this word. Now I can try placing the A maybe in the middle of the word. It could end with an E, that's quite common. I can try image. Let's guess that. Okay, M and A are yellow. Surprisingly, that I got the M unexpected. So, is it armor? I mean, it does repeat the R, but I don't think it's a bad guess anyway. So I'll just make a kind of a bold guess and try armor. Okay, it's not, but I placed the M, and we also know that there's one R in this word. Still haven't placed the A. If the R goes first, then it should be RUM, because there has to be a vowel, but can't be any other. And, if R goes after M, RUM. Alright, apparently rumba is today's Wordle answer. So I got it in 4 tries. So yeah, couldn't really visualize this word, until after I guessed the third word. So only after then I could spot it. But again, definitely not a word I use often in daily life. So did not think about that. But eventually I got there. Got today's Wordle answer rumba in 4 tries. This is Wordle number 1335. Let's now move on to New York Times Sudoku. Again, today is February 13th, 2025. Let's start the hard difficulty Sudoku for today. Okay, I see that these twos points left, these twos points down, and this cell sees another 2. So in block 9, the digit 2 is forced into this cell. The digit 2 in block 8 goes into one of these 2 cells, because this cell sees another 2. Alright, I guess that's it for 2s. 3s. These 3s points up. So force the digit 3 into this cell in block 3. This 3 points left. So in block 7, the digit 3 is forced into row 9. And 3 in block 8 is forced into one of these 2 cells. Alright, after 3, let's move on to 4. These 4s force the digit 4 into this cell in block 2. Okay, this 6 points up and the 6 points right. So in block 3, the digit 6 is forced into this cell. These 6s force the digit 6 into this cell in block 6. These 6s points left, and this cell sees another 6. So in block 1, the digit 6 is forced into this cell. The digit 6 in block 4 is forced into this cell. And the last 6 in this Sudoku puzzle is forced into this cell. Okay, all 6s are placed. So that's good progress. Let's move on to another digit. We have these 7s pointing up, where this cell sees another 7. This 7 points down, and this 7 points right. So in block 9, the digit 7 is forced into row 9. These 8s point right. Um, alright. Well, I don't really see any more with uh 8s, 9s, and I don't think there's anything to do with 1s either. Alright, so let's start filling in some open cells which are more limited. For example, in column 1, the missing digits are 3, 5, and 8. 3, 5, 8. 3, 5, 8, but this cell sees 8, so it's only 3 or 5, and this cell sees 3, so it's only 5 or 8. And in block 3, the missing digits are 1, 8, and 9. This cell sees a 9, so it's 1 or 8, 1, 8, 9, 1, 8, 9. What about other rows? Let's just think about the rows. In row 1, the missing digits are 1, 2, 8, and 9. This cell sees 9, so it's 1, 2, or 8 only. This cell sees a 2, so it's 1, 8, or 9 only. Alright, for row 3, 1, 2, 7, and 8 are the missing digits. This cell sees 7 and 8. So this cell can only contain either 1 or 2. To double check, you can say that this cell sees 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So indeed, it can only be 1 or 2. What about row 4? In row 4, the missing digits are 1, 2, 5, and 9. Okay, this cell sees 2, 5, and 9. So actually, this cell can only be a 1. Alright, so just to double check, I can do it in this method. This cell sees 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So this cell can only be a 1. So I have to make this a 1. Otherwise, if I exclude 1 from this cell, then it would end up being empty because it sees every other digit. It cannot contain 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So it has to be a 1. Um, Otherwise, an empty cell would break the Sudoku puzzle. So to avoid that, I can only make this a 1, leaving behind a 2, 5, 9 triple in this row, but actually this cell sees 2 and 5. So same logic, it's the same concept, where this cell has to be a 9, leaving behind a 2, 5 pair in this row. And because 5 is guaranteed into one of these two cells, I cannot have another 5 anywhere else in the same block, which means I can eliminate 5 from this cell, because 5 must appear in one of these two cells. And this cell sees both of them. So after eliminating the 5, it can only be a 3, leaving behind a 5, 8 pair in column 1. Alright, so, wow, row 4 is the key spot. I could place the 1 and the 9. After getting the 2, 5 pair here, place the 3. So that's a lot of progress, I would say. And then now, these 3s force the digit 3 into this cell in block 5, which eliminates 3 from this cell. So the digit 3 in block 8 is forced into this cell. In block 5, the missing digits are 1, 5, and 7. This cell sees 5, so it's 107, 157, 157. Okay, this cell now sees a 1. So now that 1 is eliminated from this cell, we know that the digit 1 in block 3 is forced into column 9. So these 1s point down, and this cell sees another 1. You know what? Let's just look at column 8. 1, 4, 7, and 8 are the missing digits of column 8. Oh, sorry, not 7. 1, 4, 5, and 8. 1, 4, 5, and 8 are the missing digits. This cell sees 1 and 8, so it can only contain either 4 or 5. This cell sees 1 and 8. Oh, sorry. This cell sees 1 and 7, so it can only contain either 4 or 8. And down here, I guess they're just 1, 4, 5, 8. Okay, these 9s point left to force the digit 9 into this cell in block 4. So these 9s point down. Okay, in row 6, the missing digits are 1, 4, 5, and 7. This cell sees 1 and 5, so it can only contain either 4 or 7. There's another point that I want to point out, is that these two cells see 1. So in row 6, the digit 1 is forced into one of these two cells. And because 1 is guaranteed into one of these two cells, this cell cannot contain a 1. Even though in block 5, I um I can't immediately say that this cell cannot contain a 1, but because of row 6. Because of row 6, um the fact that these two cells see 1, and 1 has to go into one of these two cells for row 6, um this cell cannot contain a 1. So yeah. And oh, there's another reason why this cell cannot be a 1. Because 2, 5 pair here makes these two open cells contain 1 and 4. And 1 being here eliminates 1 from this cell. So multiple reasons. Which does make these 3 cells a 5, 7, 8 triple, where this cell sees a 5. Hmm. Um. Oh, sorry. This cell cannot contain a 9 now. It's still 1, 2, 8, or 9. I'll mark that down. Alright, in row 7, the missing digits are 4, 5, 8, and 9. This cell sees 4, so it's 5, 8, or 9. This cell sees, these two cells. Oh, so 4. I see. In row 7, 4 is a missing digit, so it has to go somewhere. But these open cells see another 4. So that leaves only one open cell available for 4. So in this row, the digit 4 is forced into this cell, which makes the cell a 5 and the cell... Oh, um... yeah, because 4's here, points right, making this cell a 4, after getting a 5 into the cell. Um, could have also placed the 4 for the row, these two cells C4, so 4 has to go here. 7, 8 pair makes this cell a 5, because 7 is eliminated, so 5 goes here, leaving behind a 1, 7 pair in row 6. These two cells are for 1 and 8, as they're the missing digits of column 8, so 8's being here eliminate 8 from this cell. 5, 8, and 9 are the missing digits of row 7. This cell sees 5 and 8. So this cell has to be a 9, making the other cells 5 and 8, but again, this cell cannot contain an 8, so 8 goes here, making this cell a 5. 1, 8 pair makes these two cells a 7, 9 pair, where 9 being here, eliminate 9 from this cell. So yeah, the digit 9 in block 9 is forced into row 9. So that fact helps force the digit 9 into this cell in block 7. Um, okay, these 8s point up to force the digit 8 into this cell in block 2, which eliminates 8 from these two cells. Oh, well, there's a 1-2 pair in block 1. As you can see in block 1, there are 2 open cells which only contain 1 and 2. So To avoid empty cells, I must keep both 1 and 2 in these two cells.